Ready to open the hood? Usetool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app.
You will find the bulk control arms used in the video exclusively on the Mr. Auto website and through the link in the description. Turn your engine off and pull up the handbrake. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. You must remove the wheels in order to change the control arms on your vehicle. This will give you full access to the suspension system. Lift the front of the vehicle. Place the vehicle on the axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. Don't forget to slide the wheels under the vehicle. Start by brushing the ball joint retaining nut of the control arm, then spray it with degreaser. Using a socket wrench and a 12mm socket, unscrew the suspension ball joint retaining nut. During this operation, you will be working on the front axle of your car, so it is advisable to perform a parallelism afterwards. Now, you must separate the suspension ball joint from the pivot. To do this, you must use a ball joint separator, which is a specific tool created just for this purpose. Position the tool on the ball joint, then hit it with a hammer. Only use this tool if you are also preparing to replace the ball joint with a new one, as the tool is effective but irreparably damages the part. To access the front control arm silent block screw, you need to remove the lower mudguard. Using a socket wrench, an extender, and a 10mm socket, unscrew the first mudguard retaining screw. Next, using a multi-bit screwdriver and a T25 Torx bit, unscrew the other 5 lower mudguard retaining screws. Remove the mudguard. Using the socket wrench and the 18mm socket, loosen the screw of the front silent block of the control arm. Then, remove the screw. Brush the rear silent block screw and spray it with penetrating oil. Using an 18mm spanner, a socket wrench, and an 18mm socket, unscrew and remove the retaining screw from the control arm's rear silent block. Then remove the screw. You can now remove the control arm by pulling on it and moving back and forth.
Okay, guys, if we can share this video with you and help you save a lot of money, is also thanks to our partner, Mr. Auto. So, if you want to support us and buy the part for this operation, visit their website. Okay, back to work.
Brush and lubricate the location of the control arm to facilitate its reinstallation. Apply silicone grease to the flat part that will be in contact with the suspension ball joint sleeve. You will find the bulk parts and products used in the video on the Mr. Auto site and in the link in the description. Take the new control arm. Remove the protection on the ball joint. Put the new control arm in place. Start by inserting the back part and sliding it into its housing. Then put the front part of the control arm back in place. Put the rear silent block screw back in place and roughly screw it back on. Do the same with the front silent block screw. Replace the control arm ball joint in the steering knuckle. Then screw the nut back on. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Then, screw the rear control arm. Silent block screw back on. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. To avoid damaging the front silent block, you need to tighten the retaining screw in the vehicle on the ground position. So, lift the control arm with the jack. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. Remove the jack. You can now put the lower mudguard back on. Then screw the 5 screws back on. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put your car back on the ground and block the wheels securely. Operation completed.